Yes, people, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to TyrellgunnerTV. Make sure you guys hit the like button and subscribe button to the channel if you are new. Make sure you guys follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter, TyrellgunnerTV, all three socials, man. And make sure you guys subscribe to the second channel, Only Gunners TV. And make sure you guys go follow Only Gunners TV on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter, Only Gunners TV, all three socials, man. But yeah, subscribe to the second channel, do all that stuff. But we are here, guys, man. We are back again for another preview video, man. And we're going to talk, another big game. Another match weekend for Arsenal, man. We are at home to Everton on the weekend, Saturday, 5:30 kickoff. So yeah, and we could put the pressure on Man City because we played before them. On Saturday they play West Ham away at the London Stadium, 8 o'clock kickoff on Saturday night. So listen, if we get our 3 points, we can relax Saturday evening, and all eyes will be on that West Ham versus Man City game, and hopefully West Ham, fingers crossed, they get something out of Manchester City. But listen, guys, we're here, man, to preview, like I said, Arsenal versus Everton on Saturday, 5:30 kickoff at the Emirates, a home game, man. This game is massive. Another massive game for Arsenal Football Club where we need to take advantage. Everton are fourth, by the way, in the away form table, so they're very good at away. They're up there. They're in, like I said, they're in the top four for the away for teams that are on the away form this season. So they are very good away from home. Fourth is not bad in the away form table. So that just shows you we're top in the away form table, of course. But listen, that just shows you, listen, even though Everton are fourth, it's not going to be a game where we're just going to show up and batter them like 4-0. And to be honest, yeah, I think we will win this game. But I don't think it's going to be as easy as we think. I don't think it's going to be as easy as we think. I think we will win this game. Now, Everton, right? I've seen some of their games this season, and they can make a lot of games tough for teams. And this season, right, I feel like what David Moyes, obviously they're pushing for Europe, so they're trying to get up and speak to Europe. Well, I need to check where they are on the table. I haven't even checked, but they must be somewhere. They must be at least in like the top 15 at least, or even are they in the top 10 actually. Let me have a look, chat, before you let me bring this up real quick. They must be. Where are Everton in the league actually? Let's have a quick look while we're doing this. Let's have a quick look. Let's see where they are in the league, because they must be not. Where are they in the league again? Let's check. So Everton are 8th. Yeah, so that's not bad. Listen, they're a point off Conference League. Like, it's massive. Like, bro, they're pushing for Europe. Like, they could get Conference League next season if they carry on. Brentford also could be getting Europe as well. The European, fights. It's going to be interesting to see who gets those European spots. Because yeah, like I said, Everton are fighting for European football. So it's like, yeah, they're gonna want to win this game, because this game for them, if they get the 3 points on the weekend, it's massive for them. But we just got to focus on our job. Obviously, we're going for a title, so 3 points is a must. But I do believe we will win this game, but I don't think it's going to be. I don't think it's going to be as easy. Now I'm going for a 2-1 Arsenal win. I'm going to say 2-1. I'm going to go for a 2-1 Arsenal win. I have a weird feeling. Again, the way how we're playing, the performances, and the way how we show our actions on the pitch, yeah, over the last few games. Do I think the way how we play football is sustainable? No, I keep saying it. And, like, if it's not set pieces, it's like, where did the goals come from? And another thing, players need to start taking shots outside the box. Against low blocks, we struggle. But when you have a chance to take a shot outside the box, please, guys, just have a go. Because Arsenal, we don't do that enough. I remember in the 22-23 season when Odegaard was smacking goals from outside the box, and we had Xhaka, he was scoring bangers. Like, we don't do that enough. Even Thomas Partey was striking, like, these men were striking balls outside the box. We don't do that enough this season. But this game on Saturday is a must-win game. Everton got top quality players. We all know. Obviously, Jack Grealish is out for the season. Obviously done his what is it? His knee or his ACL? I can't remember. I think he done his knee or whatever he done. But I'm pretty sure I think he does his ACL. I'm pretty sure. But wherever he done, like, he's out. Like, Jack Grealish, actually no, it couldn't have been ACL. I think it was his knee that he done. I'm pretty sure. You guys can remind me in the comment section what Jack Grealish done, but I'll check off this. But I'm pretty sure it was knee, actually, to be fair. But yeah, Grealish is out for the season, so his loan spell at Everton's done. Like, they got Unjai, they got Gay, they got they got players, man. Barry, they got ballers that can cause issues, and especially Unjai. I rate Unjai highly, and I feel like he's going to be the threat for Everton on the weekend. I feel like if you give him the chances and spaces on the ball, he can be a problem. Kieran Dewsbury-Hall is another one. Obviously at Chelsea last season, won a trophy. Then obviously he's gone to Everton, and he's hit the ground running. He's another fan favourite in that fan base right now. Kieran Dewsbury-Hall is adored and loved by those Everton fans this season, because what a signing he's been for them. And He's brought a bit of light and joy to that club. And, you know, like, he's another one. Like, he's a player that I look out for as well that can cause a bit of issues. And also, James Garner, he's another one. Again, you know, if you give him time outside the box with his long shots, this guy can strike a ball, bro. This guy can literally strike a ball. Let me tell you that. So you can't give any of these players time and space on the ball. But what Arsenal got to do is got to just, you know, show a bit of fight on the weekend. Now, obviously, you know, in the Champions League and that, yesterday, the performance yesterday, it wasn't good enough. It was shocking. It was a very bad performance. And we need to bounce back on that. We need to come into this Everton game and show a bit more fight, and the players need to be up for it. Now, in terms of the team, what I'd go with, and we're going to come into it. Obviously, I think the team is going to be still a bit strong. I don't think it's going to be that much rotation on Saturday. David Ray will be in goal again for me. If Ben White is fully fit for the weekend, I wouldn't mind playing him. I'd say Ben White, but I'm going to say Timber because I know Arteta is going to play Timber again. So I'd say Timber at right back. I think Saliba and Gabriel are both going to play again. I don't think Arteta is going to change it around. I think he'll stick with them too. Left back, I think I think our back four is going to be the same back four that played last night. I think on Saturday we're going to see the same back four. Timber, Gabriel, Saliba, and Hincapié. Unless Ben White's fit, I don't mind Ben White coming in because we have spoken about, you know, how Timber is, you know, he started to look a bit tired. You might need to give him a rest. You might need to make a few changes here and now and then. But Arteta just seems, you know, to just stick with the same personnel, like, you know, stick with that player. But yeah, I don't know if it's going to change it. But I'm just going to say Timber at right back. The midfield three is going to be interesting. Now, Kai Havertz, do you put him in the midfield? Because Eze, I thought Eze was all right yesterday, but there was a few times in the attack last night where I thought Eze was slowing down our game a bit. I do feel like Eze sometimes he needs to be a bit more quicker on the ball. There was a few nice patterns of play here and now and then yesterday in the game, but there was a few times in that first half and a bit in the second half as well, but mainly in the first half where Eze had the ball and I thought he was slowing down our attacks a bit. But I think Kai Havertz, if he's fully fit, yeah, we could maybe see a midfield three of Havertz, Rice and Zubimendi, Havertz in the 10, and then, you know, we might see that link-up play that him and Gyökeres had a few weeks ago before Havertz got injured again. Remember when Havertz came back for those games? Remember he got an assist for Gyökeres against Sunderland. He assisted him against Kyrat in the Champions League last month. Like, there's stuff there to build upon, but we have to wait and see if Arteta is going to make those changes, guys. We've got to wait and see. But the midfield three that I think Arteta is going to go with, I have a feeling Eze will start again. I think he's going to go Eze, Rice, Zubimendi. What I would actually go with, I don't mind seeing Havertz in the 10. I think maybe we change it up a bit. I think now that Havertz come back again, do you throw him back in for this game? I wouldn't mind it. And so yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing Havertz, Rice, Zubimendi. Now the front three for me, this is where we're going to speak on to because we're going to talk about Bukayo Saka in a minute. I think Gyökeres has got to start up top. I think you've got to start him. I know last night, I don't think he played bad, but again, you know, I think he was all right up front. I didn't think he played that bad. Some people in the family saying yesterday they thought Gyökeres was poor. I think he played all right. There was a few nice hold-up plays that he's done and trying to get the ball out wide to the wingers and stuff, trying to link up play. But I don't think he played that bad. I think he was all right, but it wasn't his best game again. But I'm going to say Gyökeres up top. On the left, I would go Trossard. Trossard has been one of our best attackers this season. I know he's been up and down and stuff, but at the end of the day, right now, if we're going for a title, I'd rather have Trossard on the left than Martinelli because at least with Trossard, yes, he might be consistent when starting games, but Trossard is a player that can come up with moments and be clutch. So I will say Trossard on the left for me. I will start Trossard, and on the right, this is where we're going to get onto Bukayo Saka. You heard it from me, guys. For me, I'm a massive Bukayo Saka fan, but it's time to drop him. It's time to drop him, and I've said this, you know, about Bukayo Saka, obviously not about the dropping thing, but I've spoken about Bukayo Saka, my thoughts and feelings. Bukayo Saka is not a dead player. He's not a crap player. He's not, you know, people like to use shit, you know, but he's none of that. Bukayo Saka is not that. I feel like that hamstring injury has really, obviously, he's lost a bit of pace from it. You know, he doesn't like to take on his man, do one-on-ones here and now and then. You know, when he gets the ball, he likes to cut back inside, and you know he'll try get it. He'll try to take a few shots, but again, it's more like he'll get the ball, turn, get it out to one of the midfielders. He doesn't take it on his own anymore. And I feel like for me right now, I think it's time to drop Bukayo Saka for a bit. I think next week in the Carabao Cup final, I think he does start. I think Arteta knows he's probably going to start him, but I think for this game on the weekend, I think Saka has to be dropped, guys. I think you have to go Noni Madueke on the right because yesterday when Noni came on, I thought he did good. He came on and yes, cool, he won us the penalty, and I do believe that penalty was soft, but he won us a penalty. And Saka has not been doing enough for me over the last few games now, and over the last few months, so you can say, or even over the last year, because yes, he does pop up with moments and he can pop up with goals, but we just don't know what's going on with it. And for me, I think right now, when we're trying to go for a title and trying to go for his trials, we need players to step up now, and Bukayo Saka just isn't performing enough, and I think it's time to drop him, guys. So for me, Bukayo Saka, you know I love you, bro. That's my star boy. Everyone knows I'm a massive Bukayo Saka fan. You know what he's done for the club over the last 4 years. You know, carrying the team. You know, putting up the numbers and stuff. But that hamstring injury, I feel like, has gotten to him. People can say it's the £300,000 a week contract that he got a few weeks ago. Like, it could be that as well. But I do feel like Bukayo Saka has to be dropped, guys. So the front three for me on Saturday, I would go Gyökeres, Madueke on the right, Trossard on the left. Now I'll let you guys the team who, again, like I said, the team that I'm gonna go with: David Raya. If Ben White is fully fit, I don't mind throwing Ben White in, but I would go Ben White at right back. Saliba, Gabriel, Hincapié left back, midfield three, Rice Zubimendi, Havertz, and then the front three: Gyökeres, Madueke on the right, and Trossard on the left. That's the team that I would go with. Now, the team that I think Arteta is going to go with, I think Arteta is going to go Raya in goal, Timber at right back, Gabriel, Saliba, Hincapié left back. The midfield three is going to be Eze, Rice, Zubimendi, and I personally do think, Arteta will start Noni Madueke on the weekend. I think he'll look at that performance from last night and say, yeah, I've got to start Noni now on Saturday. So I think Arteta is going to go with Gyökeres, Madueke, and Trossard on the left. So yeah, I think Arteta and us, we're both going to do the same front three. I think the midfield, he's going to go with Eze, Rice, Zubimendi again. And I think the back four is going to keep the same. My changes is in the midfield, I would go Havertz, Rice, Zubimendi. And for me in the defence, I'm going Ben White at right back. If Ben White is fully fit and able to play, I would stick him at right back. But I don't know if Arteta is going to do that. I have a weird feeling he's going to play Timber again, because he's probably going to look at that away form and look at, say, yeah, Everton are good. You know, they're fourth in their away table. I'm probably going to have to throw in my best back four again. And obviously his best keeper, David Raya, will play, of course. Kepa's just not... He's barely going to get any Premier League minutes. I've already said it how it's going to be. David Raya is going to be Premier and Champions League. Kepa will be Carabao Cup and FA Cup. That's how it's going to be, I think, personally. And you never know, Kepa could play the Carabao Cup final next week, but there's going to be decisions on that. But when we get closer to that final next weekend, we're going to see what Arteta is going to do with that. But that probably could happen. You know, Arteta could go with Kepa in the final, but some people out there are 50 and 50 about that. You know, I haven't even thought about that yet, but near the time, when we do the previews and that for that Carabao, we'll discuss about that. But yeah, David Raya in goal for me. It's that simple. But yeah, guys, let me know in the comment section down below your thoughts and feelings ahead of this preview video. Let me know, you know, your score predictions as well. I'm going for a 2-1 Arsenal win. I have a feeling Everton will score, guys. And I said this about the Leverkusen game. I know I said 3-1, and the reason I said that, because I did say they're going to score. You know, I just feel like Everton's away from as well. You know, we'll also be able to keep a clean sheet. I do believe we can keep clean sheets against anyone, but I think right now if we play the way how we did last night to this game on Saturday against Everton, and I know we're at home, but we got to be on it. We need to make sure we're 100% on it. The whole team needs to be on it, and we need to see something. We just need a reaction from the team on Saturday. That's all I'm asking for. But like I said, for me, Bukayo Saka, it's time to be dropped, and we need a bit of change, because Madueke showed a bit of spark and light when he came on that right side. Yes, he might not have the end product and the finishing to be consistent, but he needs to work on that. But for now, right now, going forward now, I think Noni Madueke needs to start for a bit now. I think Saka needs to be dropped. And even after the international breaks, next weekend is the last games for the international break. So that cup finals, I think, is our last game actually, before we go into the international break. So it's massive. But yeah, for me, guys, it's time for Saka to be dropped. It's that simple. But yeah, let me know in the comment section down below your thoughts and feelings ahead of this game on Saturday against Everton. Let me know, you know, your score predictions as well. But yeah, hit the like button, subscribe, people. Follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter, TyrellgunnerTV, all 3 socials, man. That's the Arsenal vs Everton preview there wrapped up. Hit the like button, subscribe, people. And I'm out, people. Love, take care. We're out. Peace. Up the Arsenal.